So my cat is here. So if you hear him do a what we call those a chirps, um, he's responding to me. Anyway, all right. So I wanted just to do a quick live, only because um I'm on social media, but I'm not always on social media. So when I finally get in here, people talk about certain cultural things that are happening. I'm not always getting them right away, which is fine because I have a life. But anyway, um, I already knew that this was happening, but I think people forgot of the new Little Mermaid movie coming out. I remember the first time that people had talked about it, and it was a lot of big backlash going on around it. Um, I think Disney kind of buried it for some months, a year or so. I don't know. And now it's back again. Yeah, they weren't going to stop. I hope y'all realize that. So, but anyway, um, a lot of being spiritual or being insightful is you see, not to say that I'm being critical of others, but um I've seen and lived a life where I've been around people who don't always look like me. And because of that, I kind of know how some people think and grow up believing, some things in life. So the new Ariel, and the only other reason why I'm actually coming on here is because as a singer songwriter, I wrote some songs based on a Hans Christian Andersen story that is not The Little Mermaid. Okay, so first of all, there's some things. The original Little Mermaid story is very let's see. I'm trying to look for the right word, but it's definitely not is it's not the Disney movie. I'll just say that. So it's very dark, as in not happily ever after. But anyway, and that's the beauty of Hans Christian Andersen, first of all. Second of all, I'm sure this is a lot of things that a lot of people are already saying is that mermaids aren't real. Some of us are getting way upset. And so that leads me to this, my insight on being a spiritual person and noticing the consciousness of a collective of people. If it's making you that upset, that's usually the key to start doing some inner work, right? If something is triggering you, if you are willing, you would be looking into, well, what makes me that upset about this particular thing, right? Well, because I grew up around a lot of people who did not look like me, um, and I tend to have a lot of boy energy too. So I spent a lot of time around a lot of white men and boys growing up. And I just put this on Facebook. I'm so mean. Sometimes I am messy, I ain't gonna lie. But uh let's just be real. So the real reason I'm thinking a lot of especially white men are upset about the new Ariel is because the one from the Disney movie they used to use as source material for when they're alone. So I don't want to be too graphic. But anyway, so yeah, every young man or boy has their source material. And because I think that was one of the Disney movies that just wasn't as girly as the other like princess movies. The only other one I can think of is Aladdin, but um, there was just something about a chick in a purple bra. And yeah, so that's my theory based on the elements, the environment I grew up around. Like I think there's a lot of angry white dudes out there who used the Disney movie as source material, and now, what, like 40, almost 40 years later, a lot of them are seeing their kids or maybe grandkids, I don't know, um, seeing a new Ariel and maybe being worried that, oh no, my childhood source material doesn't look like what I used to. That means maybe, see, I was gonna totally freestyle something bad. Like, that's also another reason why I was gonna come on here. I'm so sorry. This is like 5:30ish in the afternoon on a Wednesday. I have somewhere else to be, so I can't take a nap and be like, "What's wrong with you?" But anyway, yeah. So they can't play under the sea with their little Willie to the brown fish lady. That's what I was gonna say. Um, yeah. I mean, but I don't know. I really feel like that is the issue, quite honestly. And what do I say to those people? Grow up. Grow up. Okay. The new Ariel, the old Ariel, the cartoon Ariel. It was a cartoon too, by the way, when it was the Disney movie. I mean, it was fake. Okay. It's pretend. Um, it's okay to think a brown lady is attractive. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. And yeah, with that, sometimes I just think the whole exercise of certain things are ridiculous. It's hilarious to me. So, I checked into my Facebook, like I rarely go over there nowadays, but yeah, it's like my timeline's like, what is going on? Like even um NPR and the Wall Street Journal and stuff. I'm like, what is happening? It's like, how is this news? They did this like a year ago. How is this news now? So, I don't know. I don't know. The collective is interesting. Yeah, it is interesting. So, that's just my insights. I try not to get too involved in like ridiculousness, but I kind of had to because, part of it is like, I know exactly why a lot of these dudes are mad. You're telling on yourself, okay? Being conscious means being hyper aware. Like, some of y'all are telling on yourselves, okay? And that's okay. It's okay. Your source material has changed. Yeah. Oh, goodness. So, anyway, I hope you enjoyed. This is a little comedy, I feel like. Um, But yeah, when we notice what the collective is doing, there's no need to engage. It's like you see them, look down, and say like, "Oh, okay, that's what y'all doing today." Okay, interesting. All right, with that, I gotta go. Bye.